Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture in the playlist of data structure. I'm RVD and it's really nice to see you all here. As usual, I will remind you to subscribe my channel, but I know most of you have already subscribed the channel. But those who have yet not subscribed, please do that. You can see the subscribe button right down there. You can even hit the bell icon so that you'll be able to get alert for all my videos, okay, and forthcoming videos. A lot of videos which are going to get uploaded soon, okay, so you'll be able to get the alerts for all the forthcoming videos. I'll also remind you about my playlist, okay, so do watch and explore all the 3 playlists which are currently running, okay. I'm continuously uploading new videos on that, and soon as I'm working on the new playlist also, so we'll be getting the new playlist like there'll be videos on Java programming, concepts of Java, fundamentals of Java. You'll also have videos getting uploaded on C++ and object oriented programming. Okay, so obviously stay tuned to my channel, and there are a lot of things to come in future. Fine, so let's continue with today's video. So in this video, we would be looking at the next topic, that is working of priority queue part 2. Okay, type 2 part 2 as you say. In this, when we say priority queue and type 2 or part 2, it is priority queue with normal delete. Okay, so you might have seen my previous video. If you have not seen, I've kept the link of the previous video in the description. So you can we can first check the previous video, that is array implementation of priority queue part 2 or type 2 as you say, that is priority queue with normal delete, because this video is going to talk about the working of that particular implementation. Okay, so this particular video will make that implementation more easy to understand or more easy to grasp. So a quick overview of priority queue with normal delete. As the name suggests, delete function has to perform normally like it does in simple queue, delete the frontmost element, but still we want the highest priority element to be deleted first. So obviously in this, insert has to do the extra job. Insert has to arrange the elements as per their priority. So that is the basic idea. And so let's see how exactly we can have working getting simplified. Okay, so let's start with the initial queue. So we have initial queue with max equal to 4, okay, and F and R are at their initial places. So let's try to have one insert operation as usual. Let's say insert 5. So it's going to go normally, because what exactly will happen is your I will start from 0. Okay, so again, that's the reason I'm saying it's better that you watch the previous video, so you'll be having a proper idea of the implementation. So I will start from 0. It'll compare with R for the first for loop for finding the position of the new element, but as R is -1, it'll obviously fail. Secondly, it'll try shifting the elements, but again, there is no shifting required. In short, I equal to 0 is what I'll be stopping at. And that's the reason you can see my queue of 0 is getting placed, or rather queue of 0 is being used for placing the new element. So here you will have your new element getting placed, and you can see your R getting incremented here. So that's basically the thing that's going to happen. So your 5 will be placed and R would be incremented. So your R is going to go to the next position. That's how insert 5 would take place. And that shows that for inserting a first element, we have not done any separate arrangement. The code that we have written, it is capable of handling the addition of the first element. It simply skips the first as well as second for loop, and very quietly the element gets placed at the first position. Okay, so let's have another insert. Let's say insert 3. So for insert 3 also, your I would start from 0. See, it compares. Is 3 greater than 5? No. So obviously from 0 it will go to 1. Is, obviously once it goes to 1, you can see your R is 0. So as your I is greater than R, it stops, your for loop stops. Second for loop obviously will get skipped because there is no need of shifting any elements. So if you see the logic, that for loop will get skipped automatically. And again, the final value of I we get is 1. So Q of 1 will get the element. So your Q of 1 will be used to store 3 and R would be incremented. That's how you'll be able to store. Now that has happened because the element that was getting inserted was the least one. So every time whenever the least element is getting inserted, it is going to obviously pass all the elements. It's going to go to the last element or last slot, and in the last slot the new element will get added. Okay, so you can see 3 is getting added there, and you can see your R is getting incremented. So that's how we'll have insert 3. Now let's see something different. So let's have insert 8. So I'm inserting the topmost element now, the element with the highest priority. So all of you now might have visualized what exactly should happen. So your I will start from 0. And when I start I from 0, what will happen is I'll compare the new element. Let me write it here. Let's say element is 8. So 8 is getting compared with 5. Is 8 greater than 5? The answer is yes, and that's the reason you're going to break at 0. So when you break at 0, it is fixed that my 8 is going to get inserted at this position. But don't you think for that we need to make the arrangement, we need to make the slot empty. Now I cannot afford to shift directly from the beginning, because if I shift 5 ahead, it's going to override the further elements, and there could be even more elements present in the queue. So the simple way of handling this is the shifting should be done from the end, from R. And that's the reason my J, you can see, so it will be like for J equals R down to I. That's the logic. So you can see your R is 1 and I obviously is breaking at 0. So from J, starting from 1 down to 0, we're going to do shifting. What shifting? I want Q of J to get shifted at Q of J plus 1. So Q of J plus 1 will get the value Q of J. Okay, that's basically what we're going to do. So when J is 1, Q of 2 will get Q of 1. So that's what is going to happen. So 3 will get shifted here. Okay, by removing this. So you can see that. Fine. Then obviously J is getting decremented. So J becomes 0. Q of 1 will get Q of 0. So this will get shifted here. 5. Okay, so this 5 obviously will get removed. And you can see then the slot 0, okay, index 0 slot is getting vacant, it's getting empty. Obviously your for loop will get over here. So the value of I which we got was 0, which will be used for storing the element. So Q of 0 will be stored as 8, and then because the new element got added as per the logic, your R will be incremented. So that's what we obviously need to see. Okay, so 8 will get inserted, and you will see R is getting incremented. Fine, so I hope you might have understood, because now delete will be just a formality. So this is how rather it handles the insert part very efficiently, and it rather makes deletion very, very easy. Okay, because insert is putting all its efforts to arrange the elements in the descending order of their priority. Fine. And now further, just a formality, suppose I want to do delete. Okay, so it's simply going to select the first element, that is currently 8, which happens to be the element with the highest priority. That will be kept aside. First F will be incremented, and the element which was kept aside will be returned as a deleted element. Okay, so you can see now further, if at all you want to try, again delete, 5 will be kept aside, and F will be incremented, and 5 could be returned. Fine, so I hope all of you are getting the concept properly. So that is nothing but the priority queue with normal delete. Fine, so as I said, insert has played a very, very important role, arranged the elements in the descending order, and delete has simply deleted the frontmost element. But the overall effect is, it is obviously getting executed as a priority queue, because element with the highest priority is always getting deleted. Okay, so do tell me in comments how you found this video, whether it was useful or not, whether it has simplified the understanding of implementation or not. Okay, as a part of the initial practice, we had worked priority queue with simple elements. Maybe I would like to know from you people that we can very well try going ahead, where we'll try to implement a priority queue with elements not as simple integers, but elements could itself be maybe variables of structures, and one of the attribute of that could be kept as a priority, which will make the priority queue in true sense. And so all such things we can very well do. So I request all of you to do watch the video. If at all you understood and if you have found it useful, you can very well like the video and share it with all your acquaintances. Fine, so that completes the overall priority queue types. We have checked two types, normal insert, normal delete. We had implemented both and we had even seen their working with the step-by-step manner. Fine, so that's it for this video. Thank you and happy learning.